going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for round 27 of the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sports. So, looks like this is going to be a one fast race to be able to get ready for the Red Bull X2019 competition to be racing at Fuji International Speedway for 10 laps. So, looks like this is going to be a one extreme challenge, and this will be able to get everything started out for one tough challenge that this is going to be able to do. A lot of competition racing will be able to get started. So, good thing that this is going to be able to have to be prepared for one good speed to be able to take the tough race. We'll be able to get started. So I hope you guys have really did all the practice you can get. So looks like this is going to be able to get ready for matching begins until this will be able to get ready to go. So I hope that this is going to be a one tough hot lap race, and this is going to be able to do much harder challenge to be able to reach up under a minute. So it'll be able to do a lot better to be able to get ready to get started. So looks like I just definitely made with a X2019 competition livery design I just made, because good thing it's also color in blue, and this is going to be doing a lot better, that this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to keep up. So here we go. This is going to be one fast race that this is going to be able to do plenty more stability turns, that this is going to be able to do a lot careful, that this is going to be able to do one hard challenge to be able to reach up. So this is going to be very perfect, that this is going to get very fast to take a lot of qualifying time that this is going to be able to get. So this is going to be able to do one good fair competition. We'll be able to take the chances, we'll be able to do a lot better to take. So plenty inside turns is going to be able to do a lot harder. So we just definitely might have to be able to avoid getting spin up or having one tough collision, that this is going to be very possible that we must be very careful on this race, because this is going to be very tougher, that this is going to be very extremely challenged, that this will be able to get. Okay. Yep. That could be the hard parts, that we just need to be very careful. That could be the most spin out part, that this we have to be able to avoid it. So looks like it's just going to be able to have to go for attempt number 2. So this is going to be able to take a little test run, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better. So, well, it's definitely impossible that this is going to be very tough. If we might be able to do one better ways to be able to stay on a good balanced race, that this is going to be able to keep it cold. Manual transmission could be able to have a good answer to be able to have a good precision balance of the X2019. We'll be able to do a lot perfectly for it. So easily that the automatic transmission players that could also do a lot better to be able to do one careful race, that this is going to be able to take plenty much practice to be able to get. So it will be able to take it nice and slow and fast when using the automatic transmission mode. So it will be able to do a lot perfectly, that this is going to be able to take beginner's choice, that this is going to be able to give a comfortable use. So it will be able to provide smooth acceleration, that this is going to be able to do a lot more better to be able to keep up. Okay. Just going to have to take that chicane, is going to be doing pretty tougher, that this is going to be able to take nice and slow. Then this is going to be able to stay on the second gear, but this is going to be very aggressive, that this is going to be able to take nice and slow. So it will be able to do a lot better, that this could be able to take plenty more stability balance, that this is going to be able to keep it much hold. Just going to make sure that the traction control will be, if possible, that this is going to be able to stay at 1. So that will be much better, that this is going to be able to do plenty more safer times to get. Alright, looks like this is going to be standard lap time for 1 minute and 29 seconds. This is going to be very tougher, that this is going to be able to go fast. So it will be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to stay on a good balanced race, that if anything goes happens. So it will be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to have a one balanced race, that this is going to be able to do a lot better. Okay, so this is going to be very partially to be able to stay on the 90-degree right turn, that this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up, and then keep coming faster to do it. so it'll be able to do much better. That just gonna make sure to be very careful not to do a little bit too over accelerating after the 90-degree turn. Is going to be very harder to be able to keep it well maintained on the pressure, to be able to keep it hold. Okay, so that may cost 1 second ahead, so that will be able to do a lot better. That this is going to be able to do much better to be able to keep it careful, but it gets pretty hard and pretty tough. That this is going to be able to do plenty more competitive runs. That this is going to be very harder. That this is going to be able to take a lot of practice to get. Alright, so this is going to be able to take another lap time until this is going to be able to take a lot of more speed to be able to get there. So this will be able to take 2 minutes and giving 30 seconds extra. That this is going to be able to do a lot better to take. Okay, just going to be able to make sure this is going to get better. Now, this is going to be able to do a lot of apex corners. That this is going to be, if possible, to do it. Just going to be able to make sure that the speed is definitely might be able to keep in track, so it will be able to make sure to avoid the mistakes, because it gets pretty hard to be able to get better, to be able to do one smooth turns. We'll be able to get in there, so it's going to get pretty harder. That this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to reach up on the run. Okay, just going to have to take this inside turn. Is going to be able to go better. So that'll be able to take plenty more tough turns when using the X2019 competition. It gets very tougher and challenging for us, that we should probably be able to overcome. Okay, just going to have that 2 second gap, and then this is going to be able to take a minute left until this is going to be good for a 3-lap practice, and then this is going to be able to have a practice warm-up to be needed as possible. So looks like this is going to be able to do a lot better. If we must keep practicing with using the X2019, we'll be able to do much better. That this is going to be able to take a lot of practice. Just going to be able to make sure of 10 or 20 laps, that this is going to be able to do a lot better, to be able to make one good improved fastest lap. That this might be able to go better to do it. So it will be able to help out, because this is going to be able to have one guiding lap tips. That this is going to be able to work faster to be able to keep up on it. Okay, this is going to be doing a lot better, so this will have enough time until this is going to be able to do perfectly to be able to get much better. And also the chicane is going to be very tougher, so just going to make sure, because just going to be able to maintain the pace, we'll be able to get better. So it'll be able to get very intense. That this is going to be able to do a lot better. Alright, looks like time to be prepared for a match. So this will be able to sit back and wait until this will be able to join in session. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to have a one top one make race. So looks like this is going to be able to do a lot better. That this will be able to get ready. So I hope that this is going to be a one excellent one make race. So this is going to be very good. That this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up for having a one good one make race. That'll make sure that this is going to be able to have a one tough chance to be able to do it. Alright, everybody is good to go. So looks like just going to be able to get ready to get started. So let's just going to go for a 1-2 minute warm-up time. Okay, looks like racing soft tires is definitely might be currently for use. So this is going to be able to do a lot better. That this will be, if possible, that this is going to be able to take. It's see again, Jaybird 1967. So now this is going to be very good to be able to take plenty more players to be able to join in, to be able to give a good, perfect, positive response. We'll be able to do great. Alright. Now this is going to be a very tough race that this will be able to get ready before the qualifying starts. Each Red Bull X2019 competition is going to be able to take one maintained pace wheel might give a struggle. So we'll be able to make sure if anything happens, this is going to be very tougher that we just definitely don't want to do any mistakes as always. So just going to make sure that this is going to be very tough and very challenging. So just going to be able to make sure, try not to get any more bumps as we can, because we just really want the SR will be able to be increased, because this is going to be very difficult for us that we might be able to get ready. And also the yellow flag will be able to call in if anything is possible to see it. So just going to be able to be very careful not taking too much speed. So you'll be able to drive slowly as possible, that this is going to be able to do a lot better. Now, taking a one good quick strategy to be able to take the slipstream is definitely the key of the X2019 racing. Is just going to be doing a lot better, but try not to do any more distractions whenever it's going to be interrupted. Well, also just going to be able to make sure, try not to take too much damage, because it's just mistakes, but well, we'll just have to make sure we have to be very careful, because this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up on it. Alright, get ready for a 10-minute qualifier, and now let's go and get ready to get started. Now, looks like this is going to be good to be able to get started, so looks like time to go and pit out, and then let's get started for one fast race to be able to get started. So he'll be able to make sure that this is going to be able to have a lap check for during the qualifier time this will be able to take. Okay, this is going to be giving one hard turn, is going to be able to do a lot better. Now, looks like this is going to be take plenty more double cones whenever you see it. That will be your main cue. Will be able to get better and getting stronger to be able to take. Okay, just take that turn now. Just gonna get that straight, and then this is gonna be taking a lot of good hits. First place in the lead will be able to take the chance. Will go faster to get. Okay, take it nice and slow on that chicane. This is going to be able to do plenty more qualifying practice to be able to get, because this is going to be able to take plenty more practice to be able to keep using the X2019 competition. It will be able to do pretty harder to be able to keep up. Okay, very good. Now, this is going to be able to have a one good straight until, if possible, to be able to have a few other players that definitely might be taking the chance to be able to perform a slipstream. So here we go. Let's start this time with lap. We'll be able to get ready. Alright, take that first turn. Is going to be very quick and simple, and now this is going to be able to go down on the terrain hill. We'll be able to do better. Okay, engine just keeps roaring in, and now this is going to be able to take plenty more easy turns. We'll be able to get better. It's just different like Formula 1, so he'll be fine that this is going to be able to keep up on this race. Alright, here we go. This is going to get very better, that this is going to be able to take slow chicane turns. We'll be able to do safer to be able to keep up. Okay, giving one good check. Try not to make sure that this is going to be a very fragile condition on this race, that this is going to be able to do a lot better. So this is going to be able to take a qualifying time, that this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up for this race. So it'll be able to do fine. Okay, a minute and 28 seconds. This is going to be doing a lot better to be able to take the standard lap time we'll be able to get. Okay, this is going to get pretty tougher. So they took the minute and 27 seconds I should probably be able to go and beat the time, and this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to reach up to the top position. Alright. That'll be able to do better, and then giving one good position check that this is going to be able to take. Okay, don't want to lose that balance. Just going to be able to keep up, and then this is going to be doing a lot better, that this is going to be able to take a lot of focus. Okay, looks like 6th place is definitely might be getting one tough start. We'll be able to go in. Okay, just take that turn, go smoothly, and go better. And this is going to be able to take a lot more chances to be able to get. Alright, we accelerate that throttle, and now this is going to be able to take one good chance for UTRS Racing. Will be able to go in. Alright, there you go. Finally made it in 4th place, and now this is going to be giving a better time to do it. Alright, so looks like giving a fast lap, that this is definitely doing a lot better to be able to keep up on it. So this is going to be very tougher to be able to keep up, to be able to reach up in 1st place to win. Alright, this is going to be very good, that this is definitely easy track for the X2019 competition. We'll be able to take plenty more challenge to be able to keep up on it. So looks like I hope this is going to be able to do much faster, to be able to keep accelerating, to be able to much as possible. Okay. There we go. This is going to be able to take plenty more speed, and then approaching in on that uphill terrain is going to be able to do a lot better. Okay, there you go. Going to be able to re-accelerate and then break that point in, and then followed by the apex. This is going to be able to do plenty more speed and plenty more strength, that this is going to be able to take a 7-second time check, that this is going to be able to take a lot more rush. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take 8th place. We might be able to go in. Alright, so looks like time remaining left is only down for 3 minutes. So looks like move now on the 5th lap, and then this is going to be able to do much better to be able to keep up on it. Okay, there you go. Giving one good perfect speed wheel might go in, and then this is going to be able to take tougher times to be able to keep going faster. Okay, now that was pretty excellent to be able to take playing much more slow and steady. But watch out for the balance, because this is going to be very important to be able to stay on track with the car. Okay, looks like that was a little bit mistaken turn, so it'll be able to do much better to be very careful, to take it nice and slow. Okay, go for the new lap time, and now this is going to get pretty tougher, folks. This is going to get pretty tougher to be able to work faster. Alright, looks like one mistaken car just definitely occurred by the yellow flag called in, and now it's going to be able to keep in check. Okay, just stay on it. Okay, looks like this is going to get pretty tougher to be able to keep up on it. Okay, That should be a sharp close. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take plenty more time until this will be able to have a minute lap and 20 seconds to go. But I hope that this is going to be 7 laps. We'll be able to have a qualifying race finish until this will be able to get started. Because I hope that this is going to be a one tough extreme race. We'll be able to get prepared, but I hope this is going to be very tougher to be able to keep up, so it'll be able to do a lot better to be able to race carefully if anything is possible to get. Okay, take that braking point in, and now this is going to be able to take that outside corner. It is going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to go there. Okay, 30 seconds left. This is going to be giving a good perfect time that this is going to be able to take a tire check, that this will might going in to be able to proceeding in onto the final lap of the race, and then just going to be able to make sure to keep in track of the balance stability, so we just really don't want to have collisions. Okay, 5 seconds. Here we go. Looks like this is definitely the best time to be able to go into the finish line, and then here we go. Let's proceed. Now, this is going to be best proceed to be able to go on, and then just going to be able to make sure that this will be able to have a balance check on the X2019 competition. So the tire effect that this is definitely shown on the rear, so it gets very tougher to be able to stay on pole, but the front tires are okay, so it'll be able to make sure that the rear tires are definitely might be the prettiest, toughest thing that we might be able to keep it much endured to be able to hold on to. So everything is part of the balance position, is definitely might be able to stay careful, so we must be able to make sure this is going to be very harder to get, and the toughest we can get to do plenty more times that this is going to be able to do one better balanced position. We'll be able to do a lot better. Alright, we're just going to be able to make sure that this is going to be a excellent one-make race, so this is going to be able to take plenty more times that this will be able to get everything ready. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to make sure that mistakes happens, because the penalty shows on the red dot has been definitely might shown on for it. So looks like I hope that this is going to be a one excellent better competition race. We'll be able to get everything in. So looks like this is going to get pretty fast and pretty tough, and a whole lot of apex turns will be able to going in. And now looks like the results has finished, and now let's get ready to race for 10 laps. Now, here's the only one strategy tips that this is going to be able to have. So we always have to be able to keep using the racing soft tires, and everything is going to be able to have one recommend balance of performance check, that this is going to be very tougher to get. So I hope that this is going to be very good to be able to have to keep going faster for 10 laps. So this is going to be very extended to be able to take a lot more runs to get. So let's just have a good beginner of this race, so let's do it. One good clean race on the Red Bull X2019 will be able to have everything to keep going. So everything is all about racing balance of the track, that this is going to be able to keep it maintained. So let's always have a good clean race, and now let's get ready to get started. So this will be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to get ready. So here we go, let's do it. here we go. Looks like it's round 27 of the 2019 Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sport. Now, looks like it's time for Red Bull X2019 to take the competition. So first up is the Amateur Champs in first, followed by in second place is J-Bird 957. Third place is Damon 1992 for the nice red and white style of the Red Bull X2019. Fourth place is Upton Dunn with a carbon style. Fifth place is Drew HA. And here sixth place is Soul Gamer 43. Seventh place is Chanjin Love with a nice awesome style X2019. And eighth place is Harris 28. Third. Okay, then. Ninth place is Turbo Chaplin. 10th place is Shearer 20. 11th place is Duprist 87. Nice Red Bull library design. 12th place is myself with a UTRS library design for the Nation Cup event. And 13th place is Hayward with the same carbon style. 14th place is Jackson 613. 15th place is Gold Honda 8. 16th place is Wheel 749 Twisty. Nice library on the Alfa Romeo. 17th place is King Soen. 18th place is Berger John. 19th place is Twin Career with a nice pink and blue style of the Red Bull X2019. So looks like this is going to be a one-top starting grid, so this will be able to make sure that the false starts will be able to keep in check. So let's do it. So let's get ready for a one make race. We'll be able to be prepared for race starts. Now, let's see who's the fastest and who's the most toughest racer we can get. And here we go. Green light is in the go. This is going to be one fast race that this is going to be doing a lot moments to be able to take. So let's just going to be able to be prepared for having a one good first turn on that track, and then, oh boy, looks like this is going to get pretty intense, and then that could be pretty difficult that we must be very careful, because this is going to be a one tough balance race that this is going to be able to keep in check. So it's going to be very difficult for all of us that we must be able to have everything to endure. Now, looks like good thing that this is going to be pretty tougher to be able to take plenty more balance that this is going to be able to keep up. But this is going to be very difficult to be able to take it in for. Damon 1992 takes the lead for taking a lot of good skills that this is going to be able to keep up on it. So good thing that this is going to be able to have everything to do much endure to be able to take. Okay, looks like this is going to get pretty rough on it. So this may occur to have a 4-second penalty due to the warning effect that this is going to get pretty harder to be able to keep it on for. So this is going to be a very tough race, folks, but this is going to be a very tough race that things always to be able to have a penalty will be able to have occur, because this is going to get very harder that this is going to be able to be much careful to be able to drive fast as possible. So the accelerating to be able to give effect. Then looks like J-Bird 957 is in 6th, and now looks like positions is now dropping in, that this is going to be pretty harder to be able to keep it coming. Now looks like onto the second lap, and this is going to be a one tough fast race to be able to get on for the rush, and then this is going to be very intense to be able to drive carefully if we must. So it might be able to have everything we can, so make no mistake, this is going to be a one-make competition race. We're using the X2019 race car. Is going to be very tougher, that this is going to be able to stay plenty more turns to be able to keep it coming. And this is going to be very intense for all of us, that we might be able to do a lot careful, that this is going to be, oh boy, barely got a good save on it, and now this is going to be, takes a lot more approach. Okay, just going to be able to stay on that inside position, and this is going to get very bumpy around, because this is going to get very harder to be able to have a good check on it. So everything is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be a one tough race that we might be able to brace ourselves to be able to have a one endure effect that this is going to be able to hold on for. Okay, this is going to get pretty tougher, but this is going to get very intense to do it. Hyperion-1992 survived on first place to be able to keep up on it, and the rest of the other drivers who tried to be able to keep up to catch up onto the lead, but this is going to be very tougher, that this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to stay on it. Okay, perfectly going on that inside of the turn, and now this is going to be able to take plenty more slipstreams. We'll be able to take a little bit chance to be able to go there, but this is going to be pretty tougher to be able to stay on the tarmac track. Will be safer, but everything filled with the advanced skills we'll be able to take. Okay, just going to be able to stay on it. Alright, 2-second penalty has been occurring. Oh, looks like this is going to be pretty harder to be able to stay on it, but looks like I just definitely made a full attempt to be able to have to do it. So looks like just going to be able to make sure that this is going to be pretty difficult to be able to stay on it, but it gets pretty harder, that this is going to have to do a lot more focus to be able to keep up. Okay, just going to be able to make sure everything is going to be able to stay on it, because it is definitely loosening up on the grip, because this is going to be pretty harder to be able to keep up on it. Okay, now about approaching in onto the penalty line to be forced to decelerate, and this is going to be able to do a lot better. Okay, now onto the penalty line, and then goes in to proceed, and this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take plenty more chances to go. Okay, looks like Berger Don is in 13th place, and now this is going to be able to take plenty more time to be able to go nice and easy, because I hope that this is going to be able to do much better to be able to take plenty more chances to keep up on it. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to going in. Almost, and then took the position, and now I'm on back onto 13th place, and then there it goes. This is going to be very loosened up, that this is going to be able to take a lot of more skills to be able to maintain, because this is going to be able to take much better half amount of the grip distance we'll be able to take, because it is definitely pretty tough for us, that we might be able to have to give us one better chance to go there. Okay, looks like this is going to get pretty tougher. Things about to get very risky to be able to make sure everything is going to be maintained on the pace, is going to be able to go there. Alright, now going in to take the slipstream, and now this is going to be able to take a lot more speed, we'll be able to perform, but this is going to be very tougher, that things might need to be able to have to race safe to be able to go there. Okay, almost. Just gonna have that first turn, is gonna be partially able to take it in. Now, looks like this is gonna be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up, and then this is gonna be very tougher, but oh boy, looks like this is gonna get very loosened up. I'm losing it. Yep, I really am losing it, because this is pretty tougher, that this is definitely very intense to be able to keep up on it. So looks like getting a little bit far behind from each position, because looks like this is going to get very harder, that losing up an amount of the grip is definitely might be pretty a curse to take. Well, this is the exactly that this is definitely might be having a handling problems, is going to be very tougher to do it. So looks like this is going to get pretty intense, that this is having one tough race, that this is going to be able to go. So looks like this is going to be able to take the 5th lap. We'll be able to go onto the pits, and this is going to be very tougher to be able to get everything for loosening up on the edge, is definitely get everything needed. So looks like last place is going to be the decreased driver rating is going to be able to coming in. Now looks like this is going to be one hard race that this is going to be able to do a lot better for it. So okay, looks like this is going to be giving a losing up on it because this is going to get pretty harder to be able to have everything. Well, can't believe it, that was a one hard race for us that this is going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like this is going to be able to going into the pit stop as possible, and looks like this is going to be very difficult that this is going to be able to have the tire effect, has definitely might be getting plenty much difficult to be able to make sure. Alright, now my crew is about to be able to change up the tires. Now let's just gonna go out, and then this is gonna be able to take another chance that this is gonna be able to take. So looks like this is definitely might be pretty difficult for us, that this is going to be a very hard race, that this is going to be giving a little bit hard to effect to be able to keep up on it. Alright, giving a new fresh racing tires that this is going to be able to have much better effect grip, that this is going to be able to keep up. So it will be able to do much better, that this is going to be able to do much perfectly to be able to keep up on it. So, looks like Ha is in first. Now, looks like this is going to be very good to be able to take plenty more grip effect, that this is going to be able to occur. Alright, now approaching in onto the blue flag to be able to give way for faster cars to be able to proceed. Ghosting mode effect has definitely occurs to be able to warn on for, and now this is going to be able to take plenty more time, that this is going to be able to force in to be able to proceed onto the next penalty line. But it gets pretty harder, that this is going to be very intense, that this is going to be a one hard race that this will be able to endure. But everything is going to be very hard to do much better, that this is going to be able to go faster for no traction needed, that this is going to be able to do a lot more pace to go in for. But luckily that this is going to be a lot of more racing time, that this is going to be able to do a lot better to go for. So looks like Ha is about to be able to pass on the last place position, and this is going to be able to take plenty more time, that this is going to be able to get there. But looks like this is going to be a very difficult race for us, that this is going to be able to do much perfectly, to do more practice whenever we can. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to take a lot better, that this is going to be able to do much faster chance to be able to go on, and then this is going to be able to do safer ways to be able to get there. Okay, take it nice and slow, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to keep it on for one maintained pace, is going to be able to get nice and slow. Okay, blue flag is now closing in to be able to mark check on it, and then this is going to be able to do much better ways to be able to go on for. So I hope that this is going to be able to take a little bit chance to do it. So looks like Ha is about to be able to proceed onto the 9th lap, and then now onto the 8th lap is going to be able to do a lot better for having a minute gap, that this is going to be very harder to be able to keep up for. So right now that this is going to be very closer, that this is going to be very intense race for every racer to try to be able to master the Red Bull X2019. It's definitely pretty advanced, that this is going to be able to do a lot harder turns, that this is going to be able to go directly to be able to have one good thing, to be able to have an improved turn. The apex will be able to help out, that this will might get everything much better. Okay. Going to be able to make sure that this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like this is going to get pretty harder to get. Don't lose that grip. Now, looks like this is going to get very safer, that this is going to be very closer to be able to take. Now, looks like they're about to be able to going in onto the pits, and then they're going to be able to continuing on for giving one good straight chance to go. So, looks like the top two are about to be able to make it in onto the final lap, and then here we go. This is going to be able to have a one good safe chance that this is going to be able to take. But this is going to get very luckily that this is going to be able to do much better, faster ways to be able to go there. But I hope this is going to be a very tough race, that this is going to be able to go in. Okay, just going to be able to stay on track of the top three position, and now looks like this is going to be getting a lot better to be able to take. They just did very well, folks. The top three racers are now definitely very good to be tier top ranked. X2019 drivers are definitely might be given a good chances to be able to take mobility. Will be able to have to maintain the pressure. Will be able to keep it on hold. So it'll be doing a lot brilliant, that this is going to be able to take plenty more skills to be able to keep up on it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take one last final stretch onto the straight, and then this is going to be a first place win. We'll be able to take the chances to go in, and now looks like Drew Ha is now finally made it in first place. Now, that was a very excellent tough race, so this is definitely might be very tougher and better. So looks like this is going to be very difficult, that this is going to be one good fair chance of a race we might get in for. So give or take that this is going to be able to have a one lap on the total time that this is going to be able to come to occur, but well, it is pretty tough that this is going to be able to do a lot of very good ways, so we just definitely might be able to keep practicing some more. So it'll be able to do it right, because it's always just having a one-make race for a competition by using the X2019s is definitely might be able to have one thing to be able to make sure, because having a one good balanced race is going to be able to have a stability, so we just really don't want to lose the grip, because that could be the important racing. We might get everything better. Alright, so looks like this may consider to have a 16th place, so the decrease effect of the driver rating is going to get very harder to be able to get, so it gets a little bit dropped down, that this is going to be able to do a lot possible to do it. Okay, so sportsmanship rating is on the A, so gotta be able to keep up onto the S. Will might get everything better. Well, looks like it is a very tough race going on, folks, so looks like this is very tougher, that this is going to be able to do a lot better, but well, mostly good, because this is definitely might need to do a lot more practice to be able to get better. Alright, congratulations Drew Ha for doing a good race. So looks like that was a very tough one that we just definitely did, so that was a fantastic. So everything knows that things always having a little mistakes by spinouts, but well, just gonna be able to make sure this is gonna be very challenging, that this is going to be able to take. So I hope we might be able to do a lot more practice before this will be able to get ready for the next race, for another chance of racing with the X2019 competition again, so it'll be able to do perfectly to get everything better. So just gonna be able to congratulations to Drew Ha for an excellent race. He did a good job for taking a lot of good balanced position hold, that this will might be able to have everything to endure for it. Now, okay, so it always gets punted as always, but it gets pretty difficult, so it may cause a driver rating effect along with the SR as well. Well, it's going to be very harder, that this is going to be able to take plenty more times to get, so it'll be able to take much more practice whenever there's much more time trials when we can. Alright, looks like round 27 on the Nations Cup, so this is going to be very excellent to be able to get everything for one good practice to be able to do a lot better. So, looks like it's time for the daily workout complete, so let's see which view goes by today. Okay, looks like another SLS AMG Group 4 is definitely now received. So, maybe this is going to be able to have a reward challenge on the mileage exchange, so this is going to be able to do a lot better because this is going to get pretty difficult to be able to stay focused by using the X2019. So, looks like this is going to be able to have a yellow 4-make metallic color, and now this is going to be good, all blue check mark, and then this is good to go. So, same thing like Sardinia Road Track A, and now racing on Fuji Speedway is going to be very easier and tougher, so good thing that this is going to be able to do a lot better, so we might be able to do a lot more chance because, well, sometimes having a tough race to be able to avoid spinouts and collisions because we just definitely don't want to lose the grip on the edge by the rear, so just going to be able to make sure to keep in track of the tires whenever it's going to be very much possible to be able to race carefully. So it'll be able to do a lot better, so we just have to be able to race very carefully as possible. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race and I hope you liked this library. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.